Hey, it's Gary, and today I want to talk to you about procrastination, overcoming procrastination, getting more shit done in less time. Because I've spoken to a few people in my communities and asked the question of where were you at the end of last year compared to where you wanted to be and where you thought you would be when you started the year. And when I spoke to them about it, procrastination seems to have been the one thing that has got in most people's way. And I think the reason why most people avoid doing tasks or spend a lot of time procrastinating is actually there's several reasons. I think one of them is the fear of failure, or the fear of negative feedback, particularly when it comes to social media. The fear of actually taking on a new task and doing something different. What if it was to go wrong? That's something, I think, the fear of failure that stops people taking that relevant action. And I've been there in the past. What I'm going to talk to you about today is how I've managed to overcome procrastination, I feel, effectively and efficiently over the last 12 months. And I used to be scared. I used to worry about failing at particular tasks. But then I did my NLP training, and it gave me that saying of there is no failure, there is only feedback. And actually, it's learning to fail forward is one of the analogies that's used. When you look at Richard Branson as being one of the wealthiest people on the planet with multiple businesses, hundreds of businesses, probably the amount that have failed outweighs the amount that have succeeded, but he wouldn't have had the successes without having had the failures. And another thing that stops people or is a cause for procrastination is perfectionism. Now, I've grown up in a household with parents who are borderline, that's probably a bit OTT, but OCD. They liked the shoes to be in pairs by the front door. When I'd finished my breakfast, it must not just go by the sink, it had to be in the dishwasher. All the things that I now moan at my parents about. But when it comes to doing a task, it was always a case of do it to the best of your ability. Make sure you get it right first time. And actually what I realized as I got older was the reason why you want to make sure that it's right the first time is because it's way more time consuming having to go back and correct the errors and the problems that you made. But that perfectionism to get it right first time can often cause you to procrastinate. Your hair's got to look good, your makeup's got to be done, you've got to be wearing the right clothes, you've got to have the right backdrop, you've got to be in the right setting. You can't just whip out your phone and do a quick video on social media. You might have a spot on your face, like this little one here, that stops you going out and doing your video. That perfectionism is what is stopping you getting the results that you want and getting more stuff done. So equally, when it comes to the social media side of things, there is that fear around looking stupid, which links into the perfectionism. We all fear looking stupid. But actually, you're making it about you rather than about the people that you're trying to serve and help and get the best results for. And when you actually make it about other people, that can equally help you. But when you think about the fear of failure, the perfectionism, the fear of looking stupid, all of these negative things that spiral and we go through, actually they cause us more frustration, more anxiety. We feel guilty for not doing not keeping the promises to ourselves and doing the things that we say we're going to do. Then we start stressing about it. And actually, the procrastination causes us more issues than anything else. And when you start to get the frustration, the anxiety, the guilt, the stress, the worry, you don't keep those promises to yourself, that actually starts to have a negative impact on your self-belief, your self-worth, your being. And the one thing I can attest to is the more action you take and the more you stop procrastinating, or the less you procrastinate, the more your self-esteem grows, the more your confidence grows, the more you actually are able to get more things done, and the less you begin to procrastinate.